to lecture and fellow friends. My name is Chusuri, number metric 2633195, and today our group is going to discuss about the topic of pandemic COVID-19 affect air quality in different cities across the world. The outbreak of corona disease not only affect economy but it also affect other aspects such as environment. Today we are going to focus on the quality of air. We cannot live more than a few minutes without air. We must breathe whatever air around us, regardless of its quality. However, air pollution is always being a problem to us. The cause of this problem lay in the way individual as well as society. The interaction with the nature and the form of man-made environment by adopting specific practice and developmental choice. For example, if an individual with an unethical practice like exposure to open burning garbage can pose serious health risks including cancer, liver issues. The most serious is putting other life in harm. Next, early this year, government around the world imposed travel and business restriction to slow the spread of COVID-19. The first sign came from China when the country imposed a strict lockdown in late January. Most people could not leave from their house about 3 weeks, and direct emissions of air pollution sharply fall at a rate that never observed before. However, lockdown also being a negative impact on the environment. As you can see the picture, a normally busy street in Beijing was empty of traffic on 27 February 2020. The virus that caused COVID-19 broke out in Wuhan. The province of Hubei was the first region to go under strict stay-at-home order. So emission of primary pollutants such as nitrogen dioxide reaching 6-year low. Moving to the next discussions, we are going to talk about the cause of air pollution and how COVID-19 affect the air quality. First and foremost, industrial pollution. With the coming of the Industrial Revolution, humans were able to advance further into the 21st century. Technology development rapidly, so air pollution from industry source is a significant problem among the country. If the government is not able to control or regulate the factory, it will cause the air quality dropping to the unhealthy level. However, when the pandemic hit, government imposed lockdown in the country, unnecessary commercial operation and private public gathering was suspended. So the quality of air was getting improved during that time. Furthermore, it's about the transportation. Air pollution occur in both rural and urban areas because of the transportation use. There is not denying that vehicle pollution is the major contributor to the air pollution, especially in the urban city. When the car burns gasoline, it emits pollutant in the air which is as harmful as you smoking 10 cigarettes per day. So when the vehicle pollution is high in the atmosphere, it creates a whole ozone layer contributing to smog and causing various health diseases. As I mentioned earlier, the government imposed the lockdown policy. No matter private transportation or public transportation like bus, taxi, train, or and so on, there will be a limit the quantity of use so that the air quality level may be improved during that time due to the citizen could not get out from home to avoid the spread of COVID-19. And that's all from me. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Tan Chi-Ming and my matrix number is 2633025. Now, let us talk about the pollution level before the COVID-19 pandemic. The pollution level before the COVID-19 pandemic is quite high because of the smokes. So after the COVID-19 pandemic, the condition of the pollution levels is decreased because most of the factory cannot operate during that time. So since the pandemic COVID-19 had improved the air quality in different cities across the world, I think the government should come out some policy, rule, or regulation to maintain the healthy air quality. As we know, the pollution is a negative externality, which means a cost to a society. So, to maintain the air quality, I suggest that the government can use few main policies, which are firstly, tax to raise the price, secondly, subsidize alternative, and last but not least, the regulation to ban some pollutant. So here's the example for the few policies that I just mentioned before. The first one, tax. The idea of tax is to make consumers and producers pay the full social cost of producing the pollution. For example, they need to pay for the petrol tax and the carbon tax. Second, subsidy. Solar power is an alternative to burning coal. So if government provides subsidy, it can make the solar power become more competitive and encourage its development. And last but not least, regulation. In the 1950, the Clean Air Act, which are in 1956, was very effective in reducing the physical smokes from cities, for example, in London. So the act is actually ban the burning of coal in domestic homes in major cities. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Good day, everyone. My name is Tamsin E, metric number 262888. Now, I would like to focus the situation of air pollution issue before and after pandemic COVID-19 around the world. Before pandemic COVID-19, many countries around the world are experiencing high level of air pollution. From the website of IQA, the world's most polluted country is Bangladesh with 83.3 AVG in 2019, whereas Malaysia was ranked 15th with 19.36 AVG. Further, Bahamas is a country with very healthy air quality around the world with only 3.3 AVG. As all we know, air pollution will increase the risk of infecting the respiratory disease that harm to our lungs. And the COVID-19 is mainly a disease of respiratory system. This issue will increase the susceptibility and vulnerability of people who are exposed to air pollution toward COVID-19. Many countries around the world respond to COVID-19 pandemic by enforcing a variety of restrictions on normal activity, including complete lockdowns that lead to several disruptions in economic activities. This lockdown directly bring a beneficial short-term effect on the natural environment across city with significant reduction in air pollution. Let's see a case study in India. New Hindi's India Gate was obstructed by haze on October 17, 2019. But during the country's COVID-19 lockdown, the air was cleaner and the view was clearer, as in this photo taken from the same spot on April 2020. Further, we move forward to look the condition of air pollution in China. As China seeks to control the spread of COVID-19, there are much less cars on the road and fewer factories in operation, which in some places has resulted a clearer sky. The National Alternative and Space Administration (NASA) report that nitrogen dioxide emitted from burning fossil fuel had decreased by 30% in China over February. Lastly, is about air pollution before and after MCO in Malaysia. A case study from Think City, it showed that staying at home is impacting both COVID-19 spread and the environment. The image it released showed just how bad it can be, with dark red phrase signifying air pollutant see through Peninsular Malaysia from 18 March to 13 April in 2019. But this changed significantly a year later in 2020 during the same month. A significant decrease of air pollution can be seen in KL, with almost clear sky in Johor and scattering a light rays surrounding areas. Previously, nitrogen level in the Klang Valley area was very high due to the density of human populations and urban activities. But with the MCO, most Malaysians are forced to stay home and avoid the outdoor activity, which reflects in the reduction of the air pollution. Similar patterns also can be seen in other countries. Although COVID-19 brings a positive effect on air quality, but environment experts warn that this improvement is unstable and could be only temporary. Once industrial production is fully resumed, so the emission of level of gas will remain to the situation before COVID-19. That's all from me. Thank you.
My name is Limonjun. Metric number is 261854. Now, I will continue to present about the suggestion for the environmental economists. After the 3 phases of the period of MCO, air pollutant level record drops at the most of the sensor locations, especially the major city in Malaysia. However, air quality is reduced again because the economic activity resumed after the MCO period. Thus, we know that MCO period is not the solution to solve the air pollution problem in Malaysia, although it brings the improvement of air quality in short term, but it brings more harm to the economies. The suggestion to solve the air pollution problem for the environmental economists is first, implement the tough automobile emission standard. Second is developing energy policy, especially in energy supply and renewable energy. Third is incentivizing the adoption of end-of-pipe technology that can reduce the pollution or the cleaner technologies. For the implement tough automobile emission standard is referred to since the vehicle emission is one of the reasons caused the air pollution in the major city. Government should try to implement tougher the automobile emission standard to reduce the pollution. For example, government can increase the vehicle access duty to reduce the car in the route and encourage the people to use the public transport to reach their destination. Second is developing energy policy, especially in energy supply and renewable energy. According to the BEEE statistic, in year 2017, 99% of electricity production of Malaysia is come from natural gas, coal, oil, and hydropower. However, only 1% from the renewable energy. Thus, government should develop the energy policy such as renewable policy, provide the direction and fund to make the renewable energy and as an important component of the country energy mix to overcome the technology barriers, address the existing market failures, and drive the down of the cost of renewable energy. The third part is incentivizing the adoption of end-of-pipe technology that can reduce pollution of cleaner technology. The industry sector is developed since the 70s. It caused the end-of-pipe technology in major industry area in Malaysia is quite crude. The inefficient technology caused the air pollution still occur when the economic activity is started. Incentivizing the technology is important to enforce the firm to update and renew their end-of-pipe technologies for improve the air quality in the industry area. So that's all for our group presentation. Thank you, lecturer, for watching.